Hey, so I just had a conversation on social media that I thought might make for an interesting video. So I'm going to give it a shot. It was a guy that was interested in trying to lose a bunch of weight, specifically body fat, and get healthier. And long story short, he asked me like summarize what I would do based upon my things I've known or come to know, like what I would do. And I'm like, you want just some of like some insight into some of the things? And he was like, nah, give me the whole shebang. So here is a summary of the whole shebang of the basic structure, right? Just the basic structure. And this is just my 2 cents, right? If I were trying to get after it, I would start with a 3-day fast. I would augment that 3-day fast with bioidentical ketones. I would start the fast in late afternoon, early evening, so that first day ticks around faster. I get to that 24-hour mark faster than normal nighttime eating. I would do that. While doing the fast, I would hydrate well. I'll drink between a half and a gallon and a gallon of water a day, high quality, high filtered water. I would augment that water with electrolytes. For electrolytes, I would use the sugar-free brand of your choice of high quality electrolytes, or I would just use high quality whole salt like Celtic salt, Baja Gold, Redmond. Full salt, full whole salt with all the trace minerals. I would add that as electrolyte, or I would use the electrolyte brand of your choice, like Element or any of those fancy electrolyte companies. All good stuff, right? So I would superhydrate. I would roll out of the fast into a structured diet. Honestly, I think you can pick the diet type that most appeals to you as long as it's structured and as long as you stick to it, stay compliant with it. I would choose keto, but that's just my thing. I would roll out of the 3-day fast into a keto diet, and then I would still do a modified intermittent fasting approach to food. I would still go extended hours without food and eating in a controlled window. In the diet of choice, I would prioritize protein, targeting a gram of protein per ideal weight body for your goal body weight. So if your goal is to weigh 170 pounds, I would eat 170 grams of protein per day. That would be the goal. If I'm eating a diet that consists of carbs, I would eat in sequence. I would eat protein first, veggies second, carbs last. By doing this, effectively, you will end up eating less carbs. It would have a more favorable control over your blood sugar spike. Your satiation mechanism will kick in faster. You will actually eat less because protein is satiating. But just eating it in order, you'll be amazed at what that can do. I would supplement minimally with minerals. If you're not taking electrolytes all the time, or just take electrolytes all the time, or whole salt all the time, I would take fat-soluble vitamins, D, A, K, and E, so those minerals know where to go in the body and do what they're supposed to do in your body. I'm a big fan of MCT oil for the manufacturing of ketones on a regular basis with your body. And I would supplement fish oil for essential fatty acids. It's just good for metabolic function, brain function, all of that good stuff. I would, at least twice a week, I would get 10,000 steps in as a thing, not 10,000 total steps throughout the day. I would schedule a time where I can walk for an hour. And it'll take about that. Take about an hour, a little hour, 10 minutes or whatever to walk your 10,000 steps. And I would treat it as a single individual thing so that that becomes in addition to you just walking around in your life. Separate from those 2 days of hitting those steps, I would work out 2 to 3 times a week, separate from the walking. I don't call the walking a workout. So separate from that, I would then work out. My approach to working out would be the type of workouts to try to build muscle, whether it be in a gym, lifting heavy, lifting weights, heavy as whatever is heavy to you, or even body weight workouts like push-ups and squats and pull-ups. That stuff is still great. I would still focus on those type of exercise on the workout days. And I would control and plan for recovery, rest, recovery, and restoration. I would have a planned way to control stress hormones, right? So whether that be having a sleep ritual and sticking to sleep discipline, right? Where you have a process and there's a sleep time that you stay true to. And or you have dedicated relax time, whether it's just time you just relax, just sit back, listen to music or meditate, or if you have access, sauna and or PEMF mat, pulse electromagnetic frequency mat. These are things that can help you control that stress response, that relaxation in a therapeutic way, right? And I would do all of these things systematically. I would commit to doing this plan for 30 days and then use that 30 days as a go, no go flag for rolling another 30 days. Because what will probably happen is, well within that 30-day time frame, if you stick to all of that stuff, you will have so much of a positive impact that you get motivated, you get inspired to double down and do it again. And then what I would do is I would keep rolling that forward almost indefinitely. And during this whole time period, as long as everything stays structured as we talked about, I would not care about mistakes that are made with the diet or falling off or going out and blowing the diet. I would just pick up the next day right where I left off as if nothing happened, because of momentum and the progress you will be making into your metabolic enhancement, it won't matter that much. So as long as you don't, fall off the track and consider off the track the new track, you will be fine. So that's the whole shebang. That's what I would do. I've done a version of that now for almost a whole year, and now it's just lifestyle.